Alright, so we just registered for American Idol and we got our wristbands.
Yep, sure did.
And then we are going to be back tomorrow at 3 a.m. or 4?
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
And I'm going to be famous because I'm the father.
And we are going to be very bright and early. And then we shall audition and be there a long time. But it'll be fun and all worth it, right?
That's right.
Alright, toodaloo.
Bye.
Hi there. That was a video of right after I just got done registering. And there's 3 days, and there's 1 day for registration, and people register and get there really, really early. And there's also another day where you can just go in and register real fast, like if you don't want to, I guess, be like the very first person. So there's 2 days for registering and then 1 day for auditions. And I wanted to register for the first day because the earlier you register, the earlier you kind of audition. But I didn't get to, so I registered the second day, and I got there in the afternoon sometime. I just went in, I grabbed the forms, and it was really easy. I got done pretty fast. But if you went the previous day, there was a huge line that the other people were telling me, and that it wrapped multiple times around the building, and people got there really early. And registering does not cost any money. A lot of people ask me on my X Factor video in The Voice if any of it costs any money, and none of it does. Well, at least the few that I've tried out for haven't cost any money, so you're good on that part. These are the papers that you get after you audition. This paper was asking pretty much about yourself, your name, where you're from, if you have any famous relatives, if you have auditioned before, how old you are, and pretty much your life story. So every time you see stories about people on American Idol and you're wondering how they figured that out, how they found out the information, it was from this. These next papers were pretty much the rules. It was what you should bring, what you shouldn't bring on audition day, where you should meet, what time, and also things for recording for the cameraman, what you can't wear. You shouldn't wear any logos or anything. And pretty much it was just telling you what you should do. This was the day for auditions, and everyone's waiting in line. I think it was about 4 a.m. in the morning, and it was still pretty dark out, and everybody's just waiting. Once it started getting a little lighter out, everybody started getting together and singing and taking pictures and videos and pretty much just interacting with a bunch of people. And here's some of the girls I met. This is Meg, and we're pretty good friends right now. We still keep in touch, and we hung out together throughout the audition experience. Smile, Meg. I don't know this part.
See my name in shining lights. Yeah, different city every night. I know this is real. I love how it feels. Every time I look at you, I see the beauty in your eyes, and I know I've got to be the love that's luckiest man alive.
all bored and had nothing to do. We were all taking out our guitars, playing, meeting people, and singing and everything. And it was really fun. But then later, Ryan Seacrest came, Haley Reinhart, and like all the producers and cameramen and everybody started getting there while we were bored and just warming up and everything. And so they were doing crowd shots and was like telling us to scream and they're going by, and I'll show you some videos of that.
Oh my gosh, this was so exciting. So we were all just standing there, and all of a sudden somebody like hops out of the car. It was Haley Reinhart, and all of a sudden Meg and I were so excited, like, oh my gosh, it's Meg. We had no idea. And I tried to go get a picture with Haley Reinhart, but the security guard said that I couldn't, so I tried to get as close as I possibly could, and I was really close in this picture, and I got even really close in the other one, and I asked her, I was like, Haley, can I get a picture with you? And then her security guard said, no. And she's like, I'm sorry, I would though. And so she's getting interviewed, and Meg and I were super excited and just like was staying really close to her and trying to at least get a picture with her, and there I am trying to.
So then Haley Reinhart and Ryan Seacrest were both there, and they were doing the crowd shouts because Haley Reinhart is from Chicago, and that's where we were auditioning. So you might see it on American Idol beforehand. You'll see Haley Reinhart going, this is my hometown, I'm from Chicago, yada yada. And hopefully you'll see me in the back. I was on my dad's shoulders the whole entire time. I was like, go like this, trying to get into the camera and everything. It was really fun. And so Ryan Seacrest got there, and he was pretty much staying on that little lift thingy, like asking us like, Chicago, are you ready? And like we were saying stuff back and just pretty much doing a bunch of crowd shots. So here's some more of these.
Side for the audition. Okay, stand by.
I love you, Ryan! I love you, Ryan!
All right, here we go. So Patrick, we'll do
Hi, Ryan! We are so close!
Hey, Ryan, look down here for a minute.
Ryan! Ryan, could you look down here for like a second?
Hey, Ryan, look over here for a minute. Wait a second, man. A second.
Bye.
Ryan!
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 Come over here, man. Look over here real quick. Come on.
Ryan!
White boy.
I don't know if you can hear that guy in the back, but this guy kept trying to get Ryan's attention. He was like, hey, Ryan. And finally goes, hey, white boy. And we started cracking up, but I don't know if you could hear that, but try to play it again to see if you could.
Ryan!
So you want to do season 12 start? Yeah, we'll do both. Let's do We're Ready, Ryan. We're ready for it. Then we'll do season 12 starts right now. Okay.
How did it come so fast?
I got you, homie.
I want to be your host.
Okay, everybody, do it.
Ryan!
You're ready, Ryan, in a big cheer.
He winked at us. I love you!
2, 1. Are you ready, Chicago? Nice.
Way better than I expected.
Big wide sweeping shot. All right, here we go. Stand by.
So the reason why we're so close to him right here is because he was doing a shot like introducing season 12 or Chicago or whatever, and so that's why we're all circled around him, because the camera comes and circles around everybody and we all scream and everything. We kept trying to get Ryan's attention because we really wanted a picture with him. And this guy right here, he kept asking, why do you want a picture with Ryan so bad? He's just a human. And so we're like, you're right. So then we took a picture with him. And believe it or not, I got a picture with Ryan Seacrest. I was so excited. Right here. I saw him and a bunch of people were taking pictures with him. And I ran up to him and I was like, Ryan! And I took a picture and then I sprinted away. So after all that, everybody started heading in and we sat in our seats. And this monitor was playing a bunch of stuff, like some videos and everything. And then this is where I sat, and it doesn't look very full, but it got full pretty fast. I kind of took it when people were starting to pile in, so it doesn't look like it was very full, but it was. And they also had to make it fuller for the recording, so it looked better. And then this is just a picture of my dad and I, because he came with me for the auditions. And this is Haley and Ryan. They were doing some interview in the balcony, and I was creeping on them. And then Haley also came and talked to us and was like, I was in the same spot that you guys were in Chicago, and I sat right there, and it was just really cool how she was telling us about how she went through all of that, and now we're in the same spot, and she was just pretty much saying, like, believe in yourself and you can do it. And so that's what happened, and then they came out and talked a little bit.
You've been singing to yourself, singing to your friends, singing at different gigs. Today is the first day that can change your life. We are super psyched to be here in Chicago. We have a lot of good luck when we come to Chicago, so our expectations are high. But I just want to say to you, when you get up for your audition, it won't be a long audition. It'll just be a few seconds possibly. But when you're there, give it everything you've got. Every ounce of love, passion, conviction, and energy in your song. Everything that you thought about doing, do it in those few seconds. If you screw up your lyrics, we don't really care. We just want to see that you've got something that we can take to the next round, okay?
This is pretty cool. They shut off all the lights and they told us to take out our phone or camera or something that made some flashing type of thing, and they videotaped it, and it's going to be like, I guess, like an intro to the season 12 or something like that. And it was pretty cool because there's just like flashing lights and everything going everywhere, and they're videotaping it. And so that's what you'll see for the beginning of the season. After all of the camera shots and audience things and Ryan and Haley coming out to talk, they finally brought out the, I guess these are called like the booth things, and they started bringing people down to audition. So they stood in a huge line, and they started pulling people up to start audition. And unlike X Factor and The Voice, with X Factor, it was just by yourself. With The Voice, it was with 10 people, and it was in a room. And with American Idol, it's with 4 people, and you just stood in the booths. And a lot of people right now are like, what? I thought that you auditioned with Randy and all like the judges that you see on TV. No, that's not how it works. You actually go through 2 to 3 auditions before you actually audition for the not the producers, but like the real judges that you see on TV. So what you see on TV is not what actually happens. You have to go through multiple rounds before you make it there.
So we were sitting there just watching other people audition and pretty nervous, and we had hours before we had to audition because they had to go around the whole stadium. So a lot of people were going like to the bathroom, because you can, and practicing their song and going out everywhere. So Meg and I went just somewhere and sang, and so this is what I sang for my audition, and this is what she sang, so you can listen to it.
Lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me close. Don't patronize me, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, these final hours, I will lay down my heart, so I feel the power. You won't, no you won't, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. Sunday morning, rain is falling, still some comfort, shed some skin. Clouds are shrouding us like moments unforgettable, twist to fit the mold that I am in. Now things just seem so crazy, living life gets hard to do, and I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday it would lead me back to you. Oh, yes, someday it would lead me back to you.
Man, she's a good singer. So after we were done like warming up and kind of like critiquing each other, like we were helping each other out what we should and shouldn't do, or just pretty much giving each other confidence, like you can do it. So after that, we went back into the stadium and we sat there for a while, and then when it was our turn to go, they called us up there, and we had to grab all of our stuff because we weren't coming back. Even if you did make it, you were going to go into a separate room. So they call you up and you go stand down where all the booths were, but you were in a long line, just like watching people go in. And the parents actually don't stay with you, and you go with groups of 4. Your parents go like in this little like crate fence thingy over there somewhere, and they sit there and they wait for you. And so I was there, and then I got paired up in a group of 4, and then I went to audition, and I sang and everything. And then afterwards, the 2 judges like discussed, like put paper in front of their face, talked like this, and then pulled me and 2 other people forward and said, "You guys did really good, but I'm sorry you didn't make it." And that was fine. And there was one girl left. She was really good, and she was sitting next to me, and I heard her sing, and I wonder if we'll see her on TV. And she was 16, and she sang a Beyonce song. And so then we left, and she stayed there, and they're like, "You made it." And so she made it, which I'm really happy for, because she was really good. So then I went through, they cut my wristband, then we left, and I grabbed my dad. And then, so if you do make it, you go through some other door, and I'm not sure what happens after that, but I think you go through another round. You go through 3 rounds, and then finally you get to go to the real audition, was what you see on TV. So this was my audition experience, and I hope you liked it, because if you're ever going to audition for something, or if you're just curious of how the stuff works, that's how it works. So check out my other videos if you want to, and thanks for watching.